You are now tuned in to your number one radio station,
Studio 73, Underground Radio.
You are listening to NGO Radio.
There are a few of things when you're on the ground meeting with people like you.
Yeah, and even, Ray I've been coming back and forth for like the past 2 years, just doing feasibility studies and assessments, in the direction that we need to go, because after being away for over 35 years, you can just jump in and say, okay, I know this and I know that. I've come under the auspices of like, what? I want to learn from you. I want to listen to you. I want you to teach me, That's been my approach since I've been here, So even with the farmers that I'm working with, I'm learning from them every day. I'm not teaching them anything because they've been farming for like the longest time. Instead of giving them medication, I bring a band, like the wristband for them to, sort of like protect their backs, because what happened is like most of them get addicted to pain medication easily, So if every time they go on the farm, they have pain and they just keep consuming, this pain medication, all of a sudden they want it every day, So there are different ways, that we have to, work with them to make them understand, like, hey, you don't want to get addicted to pain medication,
I think Taylor wanted to chime in.
Yeah, I kind of have a soft proposal. It kind of sounds like all the pieces are together in a very serendipitous way. It sounds like what we can pursue, cannabis aside, smoking cannabis, hemp cannabis, or anything, is regenerative natural farming methods, which is closed loop systems. It is, we can get Paris Climate Accord money. We can get money direct to the farmer. I'm a big fan of keeping wealth local, keeping businesses local. And within our regenerative farming network is a numerous amount of small business ventures. Just to tell you a little bit more about my farm and the ones that I design. I told you we have the intention to get into psilocybin psychedelics and THC cannabis. That is purely because in Maryland, a pound of THC cannabis wholesale is $3,000, but I can grow it kind of the same way I can grow carrots or potatoes or anything else as well. So the profit margins in an agricultural model for drug-type products is outrageous. It is astronomically outrageous. So when it comes to the average farmer and modern technology, wherein a farmer can have a website and put a logo and a brand and get direct to retail access to that money, they can make $1,000 per pound off of these products. And from that, I'm a huge advocate that whether it's THC cannabis or hemp cannabis, it's something that can subsidize food and local economy. But in addition to that, so I take my mushroom waste and I compost that into vermiculture, which I make a high quality vermicompost and worm farming. I do also a variety of other, insect farming, a plethora of other food farming. I've invested in freeze dryers, so there's nothing that goes to waste. Everything at the bare minimum is freeze dried and turned into a powder, and sent off to extraction or other types of things. But the goal really is to create closed loop systems, which the entirety of my farm is designed to function, without going too much into my own personal politics, as if it were to be its own, micro state. Like, these are the things that the local community need to produce: energy, sanitation, food, water, which you can do as a farmer with a farming infrastructure if you incorporate all these types of things.